General Hospital spoilers indicate that Drew Kane, Cameron Mathison, had Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, sign over custody of Wiley Corinthos, Viram Weaver, and Amelia Corinthos, Serenity and Sequoia Mork-Mako. To him, if something should end up happening to Willow, and Michael Corinthos, last played by Chad Duell, is unable to take care of the children. We know that Drew doesn't do anything for no reason, and that there is a motive behind this. Perhaps he knows the contents of his mother, Dr. Monica Quartermain's, the late Leslie Charleson, will and needs control of Willow and Michael's children, as well as his own, Scout Kane, Cosette Abinate. All of these children are Monica's heirs. Monica has had quite a number of health-related issues in the last few years, and Drew is fully aware of this. He is prepared for anything. He knows that Monica will not be around forever, and is preparing for her demise. He is also aware that Monica has disowned him, but will do whatever it takes to make sure he gets control or a piece of the action. Drew knows that if controls Monica's heirs, her grandchildren and great-grandchildren, that he can control the estate. He must be aware that Scout, Wiley, Amelia, Danny Morgan, Asher Antonisen, and Sasha Corbin's, Sophia Mathison, unborn child are Monica's heirs and that they control the estate. Monica may have also left them the house to be divided equally. However, if Drew is Scout's father and has control of Wiley and Amelia's shares, then he has majority and would control everything and make all the decisions, which would enrage Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, and the rest of the family to no end. This could be Drew's motives when drawing up those papers that he wanted Willow to sign. Drew could still need Willow alive for now for his own nefarious purposes. However, he plans on killing her once Monica passes away in order to ensure that he controls the estate. This is highly likely, and he could arrange for Willow to die in an accident of some sort, and there would be no suspicion on him as he appears to be completely devoted to her. Drew would do anything to get control of the estate, and killing Willow is definitely in his wheelhouse. What do you think? Do you think that Drew knows the contents of Monica's will? Does he want custody of Wiley and Amelia so he can control the estate? Will he kill Willow to make sure that happens? Keep watching General Hospital, weekdays on ABC to find out what's next. Don't forget to check back right here for all your latest General Hospital information, news and spoilers. Something curious is going on in Port Charles, and it all centers around Drew Kane. Fans of General Hospital have noticed a subtle but growing shift in Drew's demeanor. He's no longer just playing the peacemaker or offering friendly support. Lately, Drew's actions suggest he's got a bigger plan brewing, and it just might have everything to do with Monica Quartermain's will and the future of Wiley and Amelia. As Drew makes more pointed efforts to insert himself into the lives of his niece and nephew, some can't help but wonder, why now? Is this sudden surge of familial interest heartfelt, or is there something else pushing him toward the next generation of Quartermains? Let's break down the drama and dig deep into what might really be going on. Drew has always been a good guy, a war hero, a decent man with a steady moral compass. But the Drew who's been walking around lately seems different. There's a subtle edge, a quiet intensity. He's watching more closely, asking more questions, showing up at odd times. It's the kind of shift you might not notice at first, but it starts adding up. Most notably, he's developed a sudden, pressing interest in Wiley and Amelia. Sure, they're family, but something about the way he's moving feels calculated. He's not just showing up for birthday parties and casual visits. He's asking about custody arrangements, schooling, even inheritance. It's enough to raise eyebrows, and those close to the family are definitely noticing. So what changed? Why is Drew, who's typically content to stay in the background, suddenly trying to act like patriarch in training? Here's where things start getting interesting. Monica Quartermain has always been the heart of the Quartermain family, and with her health reportedly declining off-screen, it seems she's been making preparations for the future. Rumor has it Monica recently finalized a new version of her will, and Drew may have seen it. According to whispers coming from the Q Mansion, Monica's latest draft includes some big surprises. While traditional heirs like Michael, Ned, and even Brooke Lynn were expected to receive the lion's share, it seems Monica may have been thinking beyond the usual suspects. Her bond with Wiley and Amelia, Two children born from great turmoil but loved dearly may have compelled her to set up sizable trusts or place guardianship conditions into her estate. But here's the kicker. Drew is allegedly the executor of Monica's will. That changes everything. If Monica has made provisions for Wiley and Amelia, it could mean millions in inheritance, business interests in ELQ, or even property tied to the Quartermain estate. But there's more to it than money. Sources say Monica might have included emotional stipulations, like who she believes should guide these children morally and spiritually in her absence. Monica, ever the forward thinker, might have even appointed Drew as a potential legal guardian if certain conditions are met. This would explain Drew's sudden closeness. If he knows he could be named as a key figure in these kids' futures, he might be preparing now, cementing his role, gaining their trust, and establishing his presence. Whether it's about protecting Monica's wishes or protecting his own influence, Drew is clearly laying the groundwork. But that begs a tough question. Does anyone else know what's in Monica's will? Michael Corinthos is no fool. As a father, he's fiercely protective of Wiley. And although he and Drew have been allies in the past, Michael has begun to sense that something's off. Their recent conversations have had a layer of tension, with Drew asking questions that feel less like friendly curiosity and more like subtle probes. Michael is known for keeping his cards close to his chest, but he's watching Drew closely. And while he hasn't yet confronted him, you can bet he's digging. Michael knows the power plays that happen within the Quartermain family. He's seen them up close, and he's played that game when he had to. If Michael catches wind of Drew's knowledge of Monica's will, things could escalate quickly. A custody or guardianship battle may be brewing under the surface, and that could get messy. Willow is focused on recovery and peace after a turbulent few years, and she's finally breathing again after her near-death health battle. She's deeply grateful to Drew for supporting her when she was ill, and she's invited him into Wiley and Amelia's lives with warmth. But if Willow discovers that Drew's motivations may be partially strategic, it could be heartbreaking. She's built her family on trust and healing. Any betrayal, even a hint of manipulation, would devastate her. Of course, it's also possible Drew isn't being manipulative. Perhaps he's simply aware of the burden Monica placed on him, and he's doing what he thinks is right, stepping up. But Willow will need transparency. If she finds out Drew withheld information about the will or misrepresented his intentions, that trust could shatter. And then there's ELQ, the ever-present elephant in the Quartermain room. If Wiley or Amelia stand to inherit shares or seats at the table, that has huge implications for the company's future. Drew's role as CEO has already faced turbulence, and with Ned back in the fold and Valentin always lurking with a counter-move, the balance of power is delicate. If Monica structured her estate to give influence to the next generation, with Drew as their guide or trustee, that would give him incredible power at ELQ. Drew may not be making a play for CEO again, but with the right leverage, like control over Amelia and Wiley's assets, he wouldn't need to. Influence, not title, is the name of the game. All signs point to a major family storm brewing. Drew might be trying to do the right thing, or he might be crossing ethical lines to secure his position. Either way, secrets don't stay buried in Port Charles for long. Monica's will be revealed in a moment of high drama. Will Drew's intentions come under fire in a heated Quartermain family meeting? Could Willow, Michael, or even Brooke Lynn confront him? And if so, what will Drew do? Come clean or double down? More importantly, how will Wiley and Amelia be protected in the middle of all this? Port Charles is about to find out.